thought she was napping. Look how scruffy she is. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial, a very glitzy makeup tutorial, as you can tell. I was just, I don't know, inspired by my shirt. I'm so impressed that my shirt is matching. So give this video a like for that. Anyway, I'm going to be trying out some new products in this video as well, so let's get into it. Whenever I work with a really dark pigment like black or blues usually as well, I typically start with my eyes first and then do my complexion just to alleviate, you know, the mess of fallout. So let's start with the eye. Can everyone appreciate my shirt is matching with my eye, by the way? I'm really proud of that. I'm going to begin with my brow, and I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. Next, I'm taking the Urban Decay Freebase, which is just a white primer potion. I'm going to take that on a really fine brush with a cat hair on it and then clean up my brow. I'm also going to use this as my eyeshadow primer, but I'm not going to put any on my lid, just in my crease where this black color would go. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to keep this as light as possible and I don't want the primer to get really cakey on my lid. This next part is completely well, this whole look is actually completely optional. I'm taking a 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Crave from Urban Decay, and I'm going to slightly just guide where this line goes. I like to tilt my head back, and typically I place this line wherever my actual eye dips in. You can feel where your eye socket is. Super messy because my eyelids suck and have so much skin on them. So I'm going to take this really dense brush and I'm just going to lift my brow gently with my fingers and buff this out. This is mainly a guide for later for where I need to place my white cream in order to cut the crease. I'm going to be working with this Stila In The Know palette, and I completely forgot this palette lived and was amazing. I'm going to be using the gray, the black, and then the lightest shade in this palette. So first this is actually an Urban Decay brush. I think this came with the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. I love this. So I'm taking this really fluffy side and I'm going to take Smoke, which is this beautiful gray tone. And I'm going to be blending this all up above that line into my crease. At this point, I'm grabbing a flat shader brush and digging into, I think it's called Air. Yeah, digging into Air, and I'm just going to highlight my brow just to mattify that cream, so blending onto it is a little bit easier. I'm also going to take some of that white primer, pop it underneath my eye and blend it out. And I'm also going to drag that Smoke shade underneath. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's a Morphe M35. Just really light and fluffy at the end. I'm going to pick up a wee bit of that Smoke and just go over it one more time. This just really diffuses the color. Now it's time for black. I'm going to be doing the exact same steps with the exact same brushes, but with black. That's looking pretty smoky, so back in with that exact same white cream shadow base. Now I'm just going to map out where I'm going to cut this with that color. And now I'm just going back in and just tidying up the lines of this. Now back into that air shade, I have it on the flattish brush. I'm just going to set all of this cream. I am going to add a strip of black liner. I'm just using the NYX matte liquid liner and just a thin line on the top. Now comes the fun jewel part. For that, I'm using this wheel of jewels I got from Michael's. It was like, I don't know, $8 or so. The lash glue I use for this is this Esquido glue. I just really love how it adheres the jewels. Now I have a little trick for you. Instead of using tweezers to try and pick these up and place them down, if you have like a really fine tipped brush, what I do is with a candle, I just dip it in the wax like so. Let the wax dry, and then all you have to do is simply push on the top of a jewel and it comes up. Greatest hack ever. For this look, I'm going to be using a mixture of the smallest jewels and then one size up. Let's get sticking. So what I do first is I stick the glue on just like this. There we go. Boom. Easy as that. Okay, we did it. Thank God. While I have you nice and close, I may as well just curl my eyelashes and add some mascara. I'm going to be using the Shock and Ham. I have you here anyway. Let's put on my lashes. I'm going to be using some velour lashes. These ones are my favorite. I think they're called Doll Me Up. They're so beautiful, and this is probably like my millionth time wearing them. And I'm actually going to be using the House of Lashes Tinted Lash Glue. This lash glue is really good. It like does not come off. Like it's very, very powerful to the point of it's a little difficult to remove. Slash, I have also removed many of my eyelashes, so just be warned about that. Oh my god, I just looked at myself in the viewfinder. Well, like with a mirror away from me. I really like this look. Just cleaning up some of that fallout. Okay, time for Complexion. I'm obsessed with the Quick Fix priming spray by Urban Decay. Oh, this just smells like sunscreen. Oh no. No. Oh no. I'm also going to use another primer. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. I just saw Jeffree Star use this in a video and I'm like, you know how good it is now. It's so good, you guys. Go get a sample from it, Sephora. I'm going to be using this foundation from Ofra. It's an Absolute Cover Silk Peptide Foundation and I'm in the shade 0.5. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD and I'm in the shade R20. Heart Candy had sent me a little gift bag with all of their new spring summer stuff in it, and I picked out a couple of things from there that I wanted to try out in a video for you guys. So here I have a color correcting perfecting powder. It is a matte finish and it neutralizes and balances your complexion. Just give it a rub. Oh, it's very soft. Okay. Ooh, yeah. I think I'm gonna like that. It does take a little bit of mixing, obviously, because I'm using a powder puff, so wherever I push on it, it comes off on the powder puff as that color. Not a bad powder. For my contour, I'm going to be using my Inglot. You guys have seen me do this a million times. I'm just going to do my cheeks, my jaw, a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my forehead. You know, just give some shape and color back. For my blush, I'm going to be using this Rose Cushion Blusher. I believe this is, oh yeah, it's from the Face Shop. It has a little powder puff. Ooh. And I typically just use the powder puff. It's so cute. Is that the most dainty thing you've ever seen me do? Probably. Another thing from Hard Candy is a Prismatic highlighter. Now, I need to use this. It says it gives an iridescent effect onto the skin. Let's see what this does. So it does give a pretty iridescent look. Wow, okay. It's not like too creamy pigmented, but it has pigment to it. But I find it's a little bit, I think because of that sparkle in it, it's a little bit like not powdery in a bad sense, but it's not like creamy like you would find like the creaminess of like a Becca highlighter. I'm gonna put a black liner in my waterline. I was gonna do white, but I think I am gonna do black, so I'm just gonna use my Inglot Black Gel Liner number 77. I'm also going to pop some of that iridescent highlight in my inner tear duct as a highlight. So I'm just going to spray a brush so it's kind of wet. Go in with a wee bit of this. Oh yeah, wow. Ooh, when you wet it, it's so pigmented. Oh my god, this thing is like so... Okay. I really like this. For my lips, I have chosen a Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Sangre. Okay guys, there is the finished look. This is my jeweled, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this. I just feel like I look like something from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't mind. Oh my god. In university, I wrote an essay on that movie for some, like it was like a architecture class, and I got an A on the paper. What? It was the only paper that I actually received an A on, and I was so, there was no spelling mistakes, they didn't do anything, just an A. I was like, oh, okay. So this is officially my grade A university paper that I wrote like 7 years ago. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any requests for specific videos, leave them in the comments down below. I want to make videos that you guys want to see, not just that I want to do. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.